everyone, what is up? It's Berlin. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, hope you're having a great day or night, whatever it is where you are. So let's get into the tea. We've got a little bit more James Charles tea today, and this time it's because the brother of one of the 14-year-old boys that is accusing James Charles, his name was Ethan. Last year, Ethan and his brother both sat down, came out with a whole YouTube video about the situation that they'd had with James Charles, where James Charles had basically kind of come on to Ethan, wanted nudes and such from him and wanted to send nudes to him, all this stuff. So Ethan's older brother has now come out with another little YouTube video, which I've got a clip from, and also he's spoken out in an interview. So I'm going to share these with you before we get on to anything else today. So last year, Ethan and his brother, when they made their video, they both got called liars when they came out with a video about James Charles, and they were kind of brushed aside. I believe the video was even removed from YouTube, but it's resurfaced recently. A few weeks ago, Paige Christie had a clip of it in one of her videos on James Charles, and she said, I think the internet owes these two boys an apology. So today, I'm going to show you a clip of a video Ethan's brother very recently made. It was something that Def Noodles reposted. So I'm going to share this with you because he goes into what happened when they were in that situation. Talks about no, they didn't want clout from the situation. They really just came out talking about it because they wanted people to be able to come forward about James Charles and about their experiences with him.
Everyone was saying we were going to get sued, or how there was about to be a bunch of lawsuits, or how we were lying and like saying all this different BS. One, that's not true. There's certain things I can't say that happened behind closed doors, but we never got sued. We never went to jail. We never told a lie. We never, like, you know, I forgot what the word's called, but it's like when you say something or people try to call me out and say, oh, you called him a pedophile. Although I probably shouldn't have called him a pedophile in the video, I still feel how I feel 100% because, you know, as an older brother, you're going to try to protect your younger brother's best interest. And if you don't have a younger sibling, I don't really know how to explain it, but that's just what that is. Another thing I wanted to talk about is a lot of people said that this was done we were clout chasing. We live in a world where everything's like based off clout, power, money, fame. Like everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to be like clouded or goated, whatever you guys call it these days. But like one thing people don't really know about my family is like we really don't care about being famous. We don't care about being clouded. We don't really care about money, you know, like we just care about like each other and like, I don't know how to explain it. We just care about like looking out for each other's best interests. Like it's family over everything. We don't care about that other stuff. So when we made this video, clout was most definitely not one of those things where we were like seeking. That was stupid. I don't know where that started. I don't know why that was just resurfacing the internet, but I just wanted to clear that up. No one was ever clout chasing. Like we said again, like 100 times. This was just to get the truth out there and speak up for other people who weren't strong enough to speak for themselves. And obviously, we did something right because there's other people that are speaking up. A lot of people that were lying, and a couple months later, there's been like 4 or 5 more boys saying, oh yeah, this is this and this is that. Although some of the kids might have lied about their age, although this might have like portrayed, I'm telling you guys right now, Ethan did not lie about his age. He told him that he was a minor. I'm not gonna really get into what was said or what was told, but in that video, no lies were told.
So you saw in that clip there, Ethan's older brother claims there was no money exchanged hands in this situation, so they didn't receive any alleged hush money from James Charles or his lawyers or anything like that. They just came out, spoke on the situation, and that was pretty much that. But then, of course, they were kind of chased off, told that they were lying, clout chasing, whatever. And then Ethan's older brother also spoke out in an interview. This is very, very interesting. This is where Ethan's older brother talks about the fact that Ethan allegedly got messages from James Charles asking for nudes. And of course, Ethan was only 14 years old at the time. So that is a little bit like, whew, sketch. You know, honestly, for somebody like James Charles with his kind of fame and power, if this is what's happened, because of course we don't know for certain, I can only say this is allegations. You know, I can't say that what Ethan's older brother is saying here is really true or false. It's allegations. So we, the public, we really don't know either way on the situation. But Ethan's brother's side is that James Charles asked his younger brother for nudes, and he was looking out for his younger brother. So here's a clip from an interview that he gave very recently.
He was asking for nudes. He would be like, send me something. He wanted pictures of him in the mirror, just like with his thing out.
All right. And was there anything else besides that?
Nothing really. I mean, something else that was kind of concerning is there was a period of time where he was trying to like fly him out to LA, tell him to stay with him for however long he wants, how they can go to restaurants, dinner, and just like spend time together, go on dates and stuff.
Guys that that live in different states as well. This is a better example than just a dinner. Like I've talked to guys that live in different states and stuff, and I'm like, hey, like why don't you come visit? Like, well, I can't afford a plane ticket. Yep. And it's like, okay, well, I can. So like get on the plane. And like, well, I just don't really feel comfortable with that. But like I love you and I really want to be together. And I'm like, well, we can't be together because you can't afford a plane ticket. You're probably still in either high school or college, like a senior in high school or in college.
Right.
So like either you accept the flight and realize that like this is what I'm bringing to the relationship, so we can spend time together if you actually care about me.
Yep.
Or we literally never meet because you can't afford it.
That's frustrating.
Whoa. How far into the conversation was this?
It was probably after like 2 weeks of talking, I would want to say.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So how long did your brother keep in touch with James?
I'll say probably consistently from like March to May, and then Ethan finally made that move and just like blocked him. It was like, I'm tired of like feeling forced to, you know, be something I'm not.
So basically, your brother is not into guys. Is that what you're saying?
No. Yeah, no.
He's into girls, and
yeah.
And he felt pressured because, and just tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I don't want to be trying to paint a story that's not what it is. But I'm just getting an assumption that your brother felt pressure to maintain this relationship because this is his shot to deal with a high-profile celebrity and maybe get an opportunity for himself. And he felt pressure to have to deal with the sexual advances because he felt like he might lose that opportunity.
So aside from these clips of Ethan's older brother giving interviews, you know, saying that James Charles allegedly asked his younger brother for nudes and that they spent a couple of months DMing each other back and forth, we really don't know what the whole situation is there, so I don't really want to speculate on that particularly too much. But what I am going to talk about is Morphe, because Ethan Klein came out with a tweet which I saw early this morning, so I think it must have been like late last night American time, but I saw this tweet early this morning. It was Ethan Klein posting the James Charles X Morphe collection, the brushes, the palette, in a kind of mass clearance section in a retail store. So I don't know if Morphe are trying to sell some overstock of the palette and brush collection or what. I don't know what's going on there, but Morphe and James have both come out with statements saying that they're going to be winding down the whole James Charles X Morphe collection. But it doesn't actually look like much has been done, if I'm honest. We really don't know, because at the moment you still go to Morphe's website and you still find the James Charles X Morphe collection and brush set, first page, full price. You know, it's not been reduced, it's not been marked down, nothing like that, which is very interesting, because when Jeffree Star was in this situation, they were very quick to, you know, reduce all of the stock of all of the, you know, the palette and the brushes and everything like that. Like, girl, I know, because I went and bought a couple of extra of these pink brush sets when that happened. I had one that I'd bought at full price, but then when I saw they were reduced, I went, oh look, great, I'll go and grab some. So you'd think that Morphe would be getting in on that if they know that James Charles is in a bit of a scandal, you know, have a bit of a scandal sale like they did with the whole Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star thing. But no, Morphe are not doing any of that right now, it seems. Ethan put out that tweet about the clearance bin with the James Charles stuff in it, and I was like, oh, well, perhaps they're trying to sell off stock to other retailers. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. But also, there is another little clip which shows an Ulta store that has the Morphe X James Charles collection, all still full price, all still fully stocked. So it's really kind of confusing, you know. I don't know what's going to happen, if anything, with the whole James Charles situation now, because it doesn't seem that the brands who carry the Morphe X James Charles collection are reducing it, you know, as I said. So it'll be interesting to see what happens from here, whether James Charles does return to social media in the next couple of months. I assume he will. To be honest with you, I assume we're going to see James Charles back within the next few months, perhaps the summer or something. He's probably going to come back, you know, and either make a little documentary like, oh, here I went to therapy and talk through all my problems and etc, etc. I don't know, but I can see him doing that, you know. Or he'll either come back and just act like nothing happened and sort of, you know, ignore it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. But other than that, the other thing that I was going to mention in this video was the whole Hype House Netflix show thing. Do you guys remember Nikita Dragon came out when she was beefing with Trisha on Twitter the other week, and she was talking about, oh, I've got a big announcement coming on April the 7th. Well, that never actually materialized, and then it ended up being, I think it was on something like the 20th of April or something. There was an announcement that there was going to be a Netflix show. So Nikita Dragon reposted that to her stories, making it look like it was just her own show. Then we found out the real tea, and the real tea was that it was going to be a Hype House show featuring Nikita Dragon. Alex Warren from the Hype House came out defending the show, saying, oh no, Netflix ratings haven't dropped because of this Hype House show that's coming out. Because a lot of people online were complaining about the fact that TikTokers have got this show, they don't want to watch it, all this stuff, everyone's moaning about it, blah blah blah. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all that drama, and I will see you guys on the next one. I'm going to say take care, stay safe, stay well. Love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.